Yeah, thanks for being with us. I'm J.R. Berry.
And I'm Darcy Strickland. A coroner has perhaps one of the most difficult jobs in any community. They have to identify bodies and determine the cause of death, but sometimes they need a little help, and that's where you come in.
In fact, just earlier this week, the community helped identify a man who was killed while crossing a busy interstate. We should warn you that some of the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some, but our Jenna Krasina went to find out how the process for the coroner's office works.
It's a business that obviously a lot of people don't like to talk about.
Richland County Coroner Gary Watts is no stranger to death.
Nobody wants to think about people dying.
It's his job to identify dead bodies and figure out how the person died. But sometimes bodies are unidentifiable. The heat, humidity, and insects in South Carolina alone can cause bodies to decompose in just 7 days.
If someone does die, then it's also very good to know that the answers that we're going to provide those families are going to be the most accurate possible answers available.
Watts says more often than not, the community plays a crucial role when they can't identify a body.
It's critical to our operation, and I think it's extremely important to the families that process helps us locate the next of kin.
To identify human remains, Watts says they first look for an ID or significant marks or tattoos. If those can't be found, next is fingerprints. If a body goes unidentified for a while, that's where William Stevens steps in. He's the office's forensic anthropologist.
If people stay unidentified for a longer term, we will do things like use what we come up with, the biological profile.
In someone's biological profile, you'll find their age, sex, and race. Those components help create a 3D printed version of what they look like.
We do that using methods that measure the skeleton and look at the different shape of the face and different bones to determine things like how old they were, what their ancestry or racial background might be, and their sex, biological sex, and then how old they were when they died based on the condition of their bones.
Our anatomy and skeleton are as unique as our fingerprint. Even if experts find one human bone, they still have a lot to work with.
Due to factors that affect, disperse the bones, animal activity, if bodies are found in the woods, frequently we don't recover a complete body, but the methods that we use from anthropology account for that. So we're able to come up with a lot of information, even given a single bone, that gives us, things like their height and their sex.
Stevens says the office currently has only 8 unidentified bodies going back to 1981. In fact, 9 times out of 10, the public helps identify human remains the experts can't.
By and large, we get an answer as to where the bones came from and who they are.
In Richland County, Jenna Krasina, News 19 WLTX.